When I started out to produce vinyl records, I was looking to get that live experience, that emotional excitement you get when you're seeing your favorite band at a festival. There's some records that you probably fell in love with that when you put the needle on a record, it takes you right back there. Some people like techno DJs and house music DJs, we play these out for people and we're trying to get an emotional connection with the audience, and you'll have some incredible music that I'm like, man, I wish this was mastered and mixed and pressed at a higher standard. Now that I do it myself, I understand why it's so inconsistent. There's countless challenges when you're manufacturing vinyl or producing a record that you love. I'm very certain that everyone who presses vinyl has been disappointed more than once, if not every time, because there's so many steps in the process that someone could drop the ball, someone can make a mistake. When I bring my turntables out or I'm mixing records, everyone's paying such close attention to what I'm doing. And it's really difficult to get people to pay attention to your music or to anything you're trying to express. So what became like a weakness to me, that I was the last guy spinning records all this time, was that I was doing something different. So wherever I went, I had the attention of people, and it was really easy to feed off their energy and multiply it, create a synergy, and keep them there. After time goes on and you cut records, multiple dub plates, you compare them to other records you love, other records or digital tracks you made, and then it starts to click. You start to know what your sound is, what you're going for, what worked, what didn't. There's so much stimulation to the senses when you buy a record, you bring it home, you open it up, and you put it on and you listen to it. And I never would have realized how much work goes into making that whole experience really come to life for us. The first record I pressed, I hired a company, which most people do, to kind of manage all the operations. And after the first one, I did a second one with the company because the results were pretty good. They're better than average. And then the test presses on the second release, I didn't like them. And I tried asking them why I don't have the sound quality I'm looking for, and I had a long list of questions I just didn't understand. I needed to demystify this process, and they said, hey, this is really complicated, like we can't teach you how to do the whole thing. And I'm like, well, I'm gonna go out and do it on my own then and figure it out. And they were like, okay, like good luck, you're gonna need all the help you can get. In fact, we're gonna help you out. And they gave me a bunch of advice. Amazing company, I would highly recommend, in Minneapolis, called Noiseland. We mix our tracks down multiple times. We compare them, we sleep on it. We master them multiple times and compare them. We make reference lacquers, 12-inch dub plates, and we're like, hey, it's just not there. We'll go back and mix the thing over again. A-Bing is what we call it, comparing every step. You compare the master to the mix down, and you listen to see how dramatic it is. You compare it to other masters that you've released to see if it goes with it. You compare it to other records that you love, and you train your ears to find where the change needs to be. Pretty soon you know what your sound is. To have creative people have faith in you and trust in you with their art is the ultimate respect, in my opinion. People told me that, people don't notice the difference between vinyl or MP3 or WAV files, and they're right. But there's also the point that their subconscious knows, their unconscious knows, and they respond.